What is going on, everybody? And in this video I will be talking about the scorebreaker set for the street class, which honestly I don't think I've seen anybody use at all, mainly because maybe there's no reason to actually use it, considering a lot of the street ones you could use rally raid vehicles or the F1 cars. I'll also be making a video about the Alpha Grand Prix cars as well, but I never see the street cars used on the scorebreaker or anything like that in that matter for the skill challenges with the scorebreaker set. I don't know why that is, but then again I feel like they're really not to use, so I do have a full scorebreaker set on the Lamborghini here. It's obviously my favorite street vehicle. So I want to test the thing out a little bit and see how it does on salams and all that, and see how it actually competes, because, well, you really don't need to use these cars, but also sometimes getting the actual parts that you need, like the affixed stats for these, could get rather expensive. For this one, I am actually still missing the legit affixed stat on the gearbox part here, and I spent literally almost $600,000, and I still do not have the skilled part on there, so this can also cost a ton of money. So if you have the set on a different vehicle, it'd probably be a lot easier to do it that way, mainly because, well, it's a lot of money to be spending on this when you could probably just use one of the other vehicles like a rally raid, and they seem to complete in this just as pretty much as good as these cars do. The street cars with the scorebreaker set probably isn't the greatest thing to have, but if you do have it, I figured I would do a couple of tests on it with different salams here to see how it actually performs. So if you're wondering, I am using the Leggera. Like I said, here are the settings for that if you are interested. Love this car, it's amazing, and it's pretty much my favorite car to use on any race for that matter, and maybe it could do good on these lovely skills as well. Let's go test out the scorebreaker right now and see how it does on 3 different salams. The other main reason you probably never see the street vehicles on the salams is, well, probably because there really isn't that many on the street, to be honest. Most of them are on racetracks, and we all know there's probably other vehicles that can do this better than these. So anyway, here's the Lamborghini on this right now. No running start or anything, just going to fly into it. And you are going against the other car there, but having the scorebreaker set will give you all the points you really need. So it's kind of funny how a lot of these cars could probably get around the same points on these as long as you hit them. The issue with the street cars, they might have to hold the speed as well as some of the other vehicles, so maybe a motorcycle in the street class could be a good thing. Might be something to use there. I have seen some people use them, and they do a wonderful job and all that of actually completing these. So bikes might be better, but having a car like this that can turn very well on a dime also does a fantastic job. So it kind of interests me on why I never see street cars complete this, because there it is right there. 25,000 points with scorebreaker, and that is with missing a part that I need on there. 25,000 will probably get you 150 plus thousand in a summit, so you pretty much could use a street car on one of the salams there. Let's go jump into another one. Previously mentioned, a lot of the salams here are on racetracks, which is kind of funny because I never really noticed that before, but after saying that and doing these a little bit now, you'll notice that most of the street salams are indeed on racetracks and stuff like that. So you can pretty much use any of the vehicles there, whether that's a bike or a car. Rally raid vehicle probably works on a lot of these as well. Most of the salams are indeed off-road. That's why many people drive the rally raid vehicles. Rallycross is also another class that you really don't need for these at all. Mainly because you probably can't even use them on a lot of them because they're not really that quick. So right there I got 21,000. I am missing, like I said, a affixed stat on there for another 10%, but I was about 3,000 behind one of the other vehicles while doing this. It's really not too bad, to be honest. Another 20k there will get a high score in a summit as well, but again, the street class just doesn't seem like it really needs to be in these. And for the last salam I'll be doing with the Lamborghini is the Little Eagle salam here. This one's really not too bad. I noticed a lot of these, obviously you guys will be seeing touring cars on these, mainly because these are on a racetrack. But that doesn't mean these cars cannot do this. I think what helps the street cars so much on these is the fact that they can turn so quick and all that, which could be better than a lot of the F1 cars in ways too, but I still feel like those are far superior when doing this. I just feel like they're more fun and they can complete this a lot easier. The street cars, although, could do this if you are looking to get a street build on the scorebreaker there, like actually going after these sets. Obviously this set would not be a bad thing to have though, because you guys can see that you can still get a very high score with these. So having a scorebreaker set on the actual street class, guys, could actually be useful in many ways. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and it seems that the street cars can be used on the salams here, even though I have really never seen anybody use them.